Shocking Olympic withdrawal, Gabby Thomas health concerns and U.S. sprinters urgent update. A silence that shook the stadium. The announcement came like a thunderclap across the world of athletics. Gabby Thomas, the American sprint queen, Olympic medalist, and beacon of hope for Team USA, had officially withdrawn from the upcoming Olympic Games due to urgent health concerns. For a moment, time seemed to stop. Fans who had counted on her brilliance in the 200m, rivals who respected her tenacity, and teammates who leaned on her leadership were suddenly left with disbelief, heartbreak, and questions. But it wasn't just the news itself. It was the way Gabby delivered it. Direct, vulnerable, and deeply human. Her urgent update didn't just confirm the rumors swirling around her fitness. It reminded the world that behind every sprint, every medal, and every national anthem stands a human being, fighting battles no stopwatch can measure. The rise of Gabby Thomas, from Harvard to hero. Before the headlines of withdrawal and heartbreak, there was the story of Gabby Thomas' meteoric rise. A Harvard graduate in neurobiology and global health, she was as much a scholar as she was an athlete. Her rare combination of intellect and speed made her one of the most compelling figures in track and field. Thomas burst onto the global scene at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, securing bronze in the women's 200-meter and silver in the 4x100-meter relay. She wasn't just another sprinter. She was a new standard of excellence. With her long, powerful stride and her ability to peak when it mattered most, Gabby Thomas became the poster child for a new era of American sprinting. But success, as it often does, brought weight. Weight of expectation. Weight of legacy. Weight of a nation's hopes. The shadow of health concerns. Even before the whispers of withdrawal began, insiders knew something wasn't right. Training sessions were cut short. Races she normally dominated became struggles. A tight-lipped camp fueled speculation. In interviews earlier that season, Gabby had admitted to battling persistent physical discomfort, nagging injuries that required careful management. At first, it seemed like the normal toll of elite competition. But soon, it became clear the situation was more serious. Behind the scenes, medical evaluations grew urgent. Doctors warned her that pushing through pain could risk long-term damage. Teammates noticed her silence, her absence from practice, her body language weighed down by something heavier than fatigue. The question grew louder with each passing week. Would Gabby Thomas even make it to the Olympics? The announcement, an agent update to the world. The news finally broke on a quiet Sunday afternoon. On her social media, Gabby posted a heartfelt video. No makeup, no stylists, no production lights. Just her, in her living room, speaking to the world. Her voice wavered, but her message was steady. I have to prioritize my health. With a heavy heart, I am withdrawing from the upcoming Olympic Games. This is the hardest decision I've ever had to make, but it is the right one. I want to be here for the long run, not just in sport, but in life. Within minutes, the video went viral. News outlets scrambled. Fans flooded the comments. The track and field community was shaken. This wasn't just another athlete pulling out of competition. This was Gabby Thomas, America's sprint star, one of the fastest women in history, stepping away on the eve of the biggest stage in sports. Reactions, tears, shock, and support. The reactions came swiftly. Teammates expressed heartbreak, but also solidarity. Sha'Carri Richardson tweeted, "Take care of you, Gabby. Gold medals come and go. Your health is forever." Allyson Felix, now retired but still a guiding voice, wrote, "We've all been there, facing impossible choices. You are more than your medals. The track will wait for you." Fans around the globe shared their grief. "I bought tickets to see her run," one supporter posted, "but I'd rather see her healthy for years than risk it all for one race." But there were also voices of disappointment. Critics questioned whether she should have pushed harder, whether she owed it to the team to compete. The debate raged on sports talk shows and across social platforms. Yet, through it all, one truth remained. The courage to step back often requires more strength than the courage to step forward. What this means for Team USA. Gabby's withdrawal wasn't just personal. It carried enormous implications for Team USA. She was expected to anchor America's 200m campaign, challenge Jamaica's sprint dominance, and bring stability to the 4x100-meter relay squad. Without her, the team's strategy had to shift overnight. Coaches scrambled to reassign positions. Rising stars were suddenly thrust into the spotlight. Pressure mounted on veterans like Sha'Carri Richardson and Melissa Jefferson to deliver in her absence. The relay team, already known for its fragile baton exchanges, now faced the added challenge of rebuilding chemistry without one of its most reliable runners. For the first time in years, the U.S. sprint dominance felt uncertain. Gabby's message, a lesson beyond track. Gabby Thomas knew her update would break hearts. But she also knew it carried a deeper responsibility. In her follow-up statement, she wrote, "To every young athlete watching, it's okay to listen to your body. It's okay to choose your health. Your dreams matter, but so does your future." Her words rippled far beyond the track. Schools, coaches, and youth programs began using her statement as a teaching moment. Greatness isn't just about winning medals, it's about making choices that honor your well-being. In a sports culture often obsessed with toughness and sacrifice, Gabby's decision reframed the conversation. She wasn't walking away. She was leading differently. The human side, behind the gold. For those who only saw Gabby as a sprinter, her withdrawal was a loss of entertainment. But for those who knew her story, it was a reminder of her humanity. This was the same woman who balanced grueling training with studying at Harvard. The same athlete who had battled back from hamstring injuries and personal setbacks. The same competitor who, at her core, loved running not for medals, but for the joy of the race. Her choice to step back wasn't weakness. It was wisdom. It was the acknowledgement that athletes are not machines, but human beings carrying invisible struggles, legacy and future. Though Gabby Thomas won't be at this Olympics, her story doesn't end here. She has already promised to focus on recovery, rehabilitation, and a return to the sport she loves. If history has shown us anything, it's that Thomas thrives in adversity. Her absence in Paris or Tokyo, depending on the timeline, will be felt deeply. But when she returns, whether next season, at the World Championships, or the next Olympic Games, she will carry with her not just the speed of a sprinter, but the wisdom of someone who made the hardest choice and lived to tell the story. In many ways, this withdrawal may not diminish her legacy. It may strengthen it. She is no longer just Gabby Thomas, Olympic medalist. She is Gabby Thomas, the athlete who reminded the world that sometimes the bravest race is the one you don't run. Conclusion: a story bigger than the track. The shocking Olympic withdrawal of Gabby Thomas will be remembered as one of the most emotional moments in recent sports history. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.